doing this video to give you a proper analysis of what's going on inside the so-called HMQ, which stands for Hotel Mandatory Quarantine. And I also got into the scenes, don't worry, I'm going to tell you all about it. First of all, I'm a law-abiding citizen of this great country, Republic of Ireland. I am married with 3 young kids, age 9, age 6, and age 3. I didn't break the law, but the law broke me, which has really messed up with my mental state. I've had numerous meltdown, and the experience so far in this hotel, the so-called hotel, let me not even use the word hotel because it's a prison. That's the best way I can describe it. For anyone that has been there, you can check it out or ask them. Or if there's any video, check it out on YouTube. Just type in hotel mandatory. I'm sure you're going to find the same word for this hotel called prison. It's the word prison, not hotel. And to be honest with you, this is the worst moment of my entire life. And of course, everyone has the various ways of coping. Obviously, there has been cases that you might not even be aware of people escaping, of people leaving, running away because they are terrified, because of panic attack, because of anxiety. Do you understand? I don't blame them. Honestly, don't judge them because you're not in their situation, you're not in their shoes. If you are here right now, you will understand what exactly is going on right now. Now, let me summarize why I told you I didn't break the law. Obviously, there are some criteria that you follow before you leave the country. I had to go to my country. I've always been indoor. I've always obeyed everything they've said. And me going to Nigeria wasn't going for an holiday. I went because I lost my grandparents. I went because they were having a funeral prayer for them. I went because I felt I had to pay my own last respect. I couldn't bring any of my kids because of the lockdown. On getting to Nigeria on a Sunday, the 4 days after I arrived in Nigeria was when my husband called me, which was 1st of April, and he said to me, "You won't believe this, they've just added Nigeria to the list." I wasn't in the country when that was being added. I was out of the country when that was being added. Okay, fine. He told me about it. There was no way for me to have my COVID test where I was at that moment of time because it was the Good Friday, Easter weekend, till Monday. Before anywhere could open was on Tuesday. I was stranded. There was no shortcut for me. The earliest I could have my test done was on Tuesday, and I got it done. I reached out to the airline. The airline said to me, "I need to get my hotel booked, and I need to show them the confirmation for my payment." Okay, fine. My husband started calling authorities back in Ireland. I was asked to reach out to my Irish consular back in Nigeria, which I did. They gave me an email, and apparently, after explaining my situation, the person in charge of the email said back to me, basically in summary, said to me, "We sympathize, we apologize for what you're going through," because I had to explain myself that, look, I'm a full-time homeschooling mom. I'm not earning any salary. We're only living and managing on one salary, and I cannot afford the 1,875 euros for hotel quarantine, for goodness sake. And they said to me, "I would advise you, because it's mandatory for you to book the hotel, so we advise you to reach out to family and friends, basically to borrow you the money. And when I come back here, I should appeal it." My husband had to make calls, and this is someone that he doesn't like borrowing, he doesn't like debt. So he had to make calls, get things done, book me in. I came back to Ireland. The moment we arrived in Ireland, the whole experience was horrible. We've all been in contact on the plane. There's no consistency in the system. We've all been in contact on the plane, and then we got down, going through the passport, and we had to be on the queue. I was on the queue for over 1.5 hours, and when it actually got to my turn, I was asked to step aside. I was like, "What's going on?" And they said, "Oh, you're not meant to be here." It felt like you are the actual virus, you know what I mean? And they took me to one side, then they took me to a room.
I'm about to tell you how much we love you. We love you because you're a mother who takes care of your children. And
so we're all sitting down there, everyone asking questions from each other, like, anyone have an idea what we're doing here, what's going on? We're there for hours, and later we realized that they were basically keeping us there until they finished attending to everyone that got off from the plane. So now until they finished doing all that, they called us out, they attended to us, they were surrounded by the armies, they escorted us to the what's it called, to the bus. We got to the hotel. The organization was terrible. Obviously, we've paid, and as soon as we're even getting off the bus, I would have expected them to be handing us over the room key for us to even go and have a lie down, because these are people that have been flying a long flight since the previous night, and there was no water, there was no tea, there was no food. They offered us nothing, and then they took us to another room. We sat there, and on and on and on and on and on, before they started calling us one after the other. People were going mad, people were giving out, and eventually they brought us to the room, and by the time I asked for food, they said, oh, lunch is over, but we've got leftover soup and salad, would you mind? Of course, I have no choice. I said I don't mind, because I was starving. So I got that. I didn't actually know what was waiting for us. I didn't really know what, when you hear hotel, I thought it was a normal way of when I'm booking hotel, you're relaxed, you just want to kind of get some break, maybe from the kids, you just want to kind of clear your head. That was what I thought. I was even looking forward to, like, okay, I'm just going to lie down, recover, and I didn't know it was going to be a prison like this. And then we got in here, and then they gave us all the information booklets, and then there I saw all the instructions of, you can't go out, you're not allowed to step out of your room, you're not allowed to you can't actually go for fresh air for the first 3 days until your result comes out, after they've done the test for you the next day, and then your result comes out the third day. Then you have to book an appointment. You have to go to the reception, book an appointment that you want to take your 15 minutes break for the day. You only allow 15 minutes for the whole day, so that you want to take your 15 minutes break. And obviously, with that 15-minute break, there's a designated area that they're going to take you. It's a small place for you to get fresh air, and you're not going to see people anyway. So that's why you have to book it, because it's not like you're even going to see the people that you arrived with, and they'll just take you. So they will give you an army officer that's going to follow you like a criminal. So I said, you know what, I'm not taking this, it's okay, I'll just stay in my room. So I don't even bother with the 15 minutes break. And another thing is the window in the room there as well. It's really choking here, and what's it called? So the limit that you can go out is when they bang on the door for food, and all you have to do is just open the door, pick up your food, because there's camera all over the place, and the food is crap. Honestly, the food is crap. The food is crap. It doesn't even look like an hotel food. Trust me. I've been to several hotels. I've been on holidays. This is crap. The feeling here is mental. It's crazy. When someone take away your freedom, I would have thought they would do things in a better way to make it more comfortable, to make it more welcoming, to make you feel more at home without even feeling the isolation. Do you understand what I mean? Like, the comfort is not there. When you're just in the same bed every day, you just lie down there, the same pillow, it's just giving me backache, because it's the same thing. I can't go out without having an officer following me like a prisoner, like a criminal around. They bang on the door, drop the food, room service, you open the door, you get your food. It's exactly a week that I've been here now, and they dropped the bedsheet outside my door. I didn't pick it up, asking, basically, we should pick up the bedsheet and then we change our bedsheet. This is the hotel they charge for nearly 2,000 euros, 1,875 euros, right? And they're dropping the bedsheet outside. They can't even say, like, could you excuse us for like 20 minutes and take us to a designated place to sit while they're tidying up the room and cleaning the room? There's no Hoover. They're not cleaning the floor. They're not washing the bathroom. They're not doing anything, because they don't want to be in contact with me, And now they've dropped the bedsheet for me to change, but I'm not going to do that. If it's my house, I will change the bedsheet. I will do my stuff, but not here. I'm not gonna do that. So basically, that's the way we've been treated, and each day we get 2 liters of water with milk, and sometimes 1 apple, sometimes a pear, or sometimes a banana. We get that, and no drink. They put it there, food, drink included. No drink. I've never gotten kind of drink or anything like that from them. And it would have been more comforting for us. Let's say they've allowed us to kind of, based on to have a social distancing at a designated place for people that are in here. That way we have physical communication with people, with one another. Do you get what I mean? But it's not like that here. Also, the choice of the hotel is so expensive. The likes of Travel Lodge, their hotels are affordable, but the government, the system, they deliberately picked their own official hotel. It's like a money vendor thing. It's like a way of them to make more money. It's not about humanity anymore. It's about, I think it's a way that they want to punish people, make people's life miserable because of COVID, for goodness sake. Why do you have to treat people like prisoners? Why do you have to make us feel like we're criminals? I was talking to someone, and the experience she was saying, she told me she could relate exactly how I'm feeling right now, because she's in that situation. But for people listening to us, people watching my videos, some of you might think, what's the big deal? After all, she'll just be in the hotel, she's just gonna sleep, they're gonna give her food. Trust me, you don't want to be in this situation. So my advice to anyone that is out there, and wherever you are, the country has been added to red list. Please, for your own sake, for your own sanity, I would advise you, if it is possible, to stay back. To try and stay back until the road is clear. This is not worth it. I regret coming back to Ireland right now. It is the worst decision that I've made. I regret coming back because my life is miserable. I can't see my kids. I can't see my husband. I can't have any physical contact. Not like I want to be in contact with anyone, but at least just to have a bit of freedom. Because I'm not a prisoner, for goodness sake. I am not a criminal. I'm not going to run away. I've got my luggage here. Even when I asked if my husband could take my luggage, he said to me, they have to take it from me and he has to be quarantined for 72 hours. That is ridiculous. I've done my first test on the second day that I arrived here. The result came back negative. So at the moment now, they're going to do the 10th day one for me, and as soon as the result comes back in the 24 hours after that, hopefully negative, and I should be allowed to go home. I don't see anything stopping me from going home, and if they don't let me, then they're calling for madness, because I'm going to lose it completely. Because this place is not good for anyone's sanity. Even when someone is bringing something for you, because you're allowed, like, they can take delivery from you, but you can't send things out, but they can take delivery from you. So let's say they bring food for you, for example, and they will have to check it to make sure that you don't have any sharp object. That because they're afraid that people are going to hurt themselves. Why is that? Because they know they're putting people in a bad situation, and they know some people will lose it. Definitely, they will lose it. They will do things because they don't care. And I would say fair play to them, because they could have been dead bodies in different rooms. Because this alone can make someone go mad, can make someone run mad. I've had my own share. There will be times I'm just banging on the wall. I'm just losing it. I've never felt that way before in my entire life. And I'm screaming, let me out, let me out, let me out. I'm not a criminal, let me out. I'm not a prisoner. And then they said to me, should we call you the ambulance? Should we take you to the hospital? I'm not sick, for goodness sake. I'm not sick. All I want is my sanity. I just want to be sane. Because this place, you're just in the room. You're just there 24/7. You're just there. You can't even open phone window. You can only open the window very tiny, like very tiny, because of the metal proof that they've put on it, so you don't run away. So this is the story of my life. So I hope this helps someone. Please, I'm repeating, if you are in a situation whereby the country where you are, or your transit is on red list, I would advise you, don't come yet. It is not worth it. Don't come yet if you have your way. But if you've got your 2 vaccine, then you're welcome. Then you're welcome. But please, I hope this message is going to help someone out there. I'm giving you a full idea of what's going on in here. This place is a prison. Thank you.